Hello, this video is about demonstrating how kernel upgrades can be automated. Actually, it is a two-step process. In first step, we implement chef scripts that do the upgrades, and second one is execution of chef scripts using rundeck. I will discuss rundeck part later. So the first one is that is the job of chef is very simple. I'll walk you through the script for better understanding. Here is the cookbook kernel update. It is configured with the attributes where we have old and new kernel versions that we are going to remove and upgrade. So this will be used in the recipe. Here we are verifying the OS version. If the version is old, that is if the VM is not updated, then we are going to do the kernel upgrades. So before upgrading, we are going to remove the VM from the big IP pool only in case of service, that is service VM accounts OAuth or sync service. Otherwise we'll simply skip this process. So after we have removed the node, so we are going to upgrade the machine with the latest kernel, and if the process is successful, then we are going to remove the old kernels and headers. So if everything goes fine, then we are going to check the health on the VM. So health check is very simple. So depending upon the service, that is depending on the VM, we are going to verify various healths and on different ports. And if the VM is HA proxy, memcached or iSINGA, we are going to verify the status of the service, whether it is running or not. And after we ensure everything is working fine, then we are going to reboot the machine. So once the machine got rebooted, we are going to run this script again. So now as the node is updated, it's going to move to the else part. So here we simply check the health again. So if the healths are fine and the VM is service VM, that is OAuth or account sync, then we are going to add the VM back to the pool. Otherwise simply skip the process. So this is brief about the chef scripts, and we'll next move to the rundeck part. However, we can execute these chef scripts using knife SSH, but it's very a tedious process because it will lose track of logs, history of the machines that we have upgraded. Sometimes we miss a few VMs, and we may need to maintain all the VMs that we are going to upgrade in a file. So to get rid of all these things, rundeck helps us to automate these steps. Actually, it is a open source tool that helps you to automate routine operational procedures. It allows us to run tasks on any number of nodes from a web based interface. Actually, it manages all the activities under a project. This is the project I have created, accounts. So this has various options like jobs, nodes, commands and activities. To start with the rundeck, we need to provide it with the nodes. So we can provide the nodes in two ways, either through a file or directly configuring it to talk to chef server. So here in our case, as we have few nodes, I have configured them in a file. So the file format is XML. So here there are list of nodes configured. So each node have different properties: name, description, tags and host name, and the SSH password. This is the authentication policy, and OS family, OS name and the username. So once we provide rundeck with the nodes, it's going to pick these nodes into web interface. So from these nodes you can create jobs. So job is simple. It's a set of nodes configured with a set of nodes and command to execute on those nodes. So this is going to pick the nodes from the list which we have configured earlier from this file. So for instance, I'm going to edit how the job is created. So this is the job name, and this is the policy that we are going to use to log into the machine, and here is the command configured to run on the nodes. So here you set the filter to select the nodes. Based upon the requirement, you can set any number of nodes. So once you save this job and run this job is going to execute this command on all these selected nodes. So here I'm going to select 2 nodes. This is simple like knife as such pattern. You select nodes to execute. So there are 2 node selector, one is Austin and SFO, and you can set the thread count to parallelly run the jobs. So here I've set only 1. This can be adjustable, and you can send notification upon completion of the job. You can schedule the job to run repeatedly, and there are various properties. So once you create a job, and this will be saved for future. I mean, you can run any number of times. For instance, I'm going to execute this job. And this is the definition that I've configured, that is command. Run job now. So you can see summary, monitor, log output, and so on. So this is the output of the job. As the node is already updated with the latest kernel, so it's simply checking the health. These 2 nodes are executed successfully. So if there is any problem with the node or script or command, then it's going to mark this job as failed. So later you can find what went wrong with the job, and you can see failed jobs, recent jobs, running jobs, all these things. And other options are nodes, commands. These are very simple. So you can select nodes and run job on it, or create a job for the selected nodes. So this is similar to jobs, but jobs can be saved for future purpose, whereas nodes can't be. Similar commands, similar to commands. So commands also same. You select a command and then select node, execute the command on these nodes. This is similar to nodes. And activities is like history. You can see the history of all the jobs that are executed. So this is brief about rundeck part. There is more documentation. I mean, we can we can see more features about rundeck based upon the requirement, and we can find the documentation at rundeck site. So that's all about rundeck part. Thank you.